So Matt Damon was saying some fiery stuff lately. No, it's not fiery. It's actually like proves our the points we've been talking about in the different podcasts. But ignore the big Rhonda Peebles ad from UCB. Actually, wait, UCB. I've heard of it. Didn't you just say UCB, Julian?
UCB.
Wait, who's from UCB?
Are you talking about that's the?
Oh,
So I
that's
went
the
I did UCB improv, but I think that's Berkeley. I think that's Berkeley University. Yeah, I think it's.
I was like, they know Peter is watching.
Because UCB also stands for a university.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, okay. Matt Damon discusses how streaming changes filmmaking and audience attention. Let's read this a little bit. Matt Damon recently offered a candid assessment of how streaming has changed filmmaking, speaking with Ben Affleck and Joe Rogan on a recent episode of the Joe Rogan Experience. Damon described a fundamental shift in how audiences watch movies and how that shift has now influences creative decisions. The change, he suggested, starts with attention. Oh, enough. Wait, let's watch this, shall we?
Experience of watching at home, I think.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Experience of watching at home, I think. You're watching in a room, the lights are on, other shit's going on, the kids are running around, the dogs are running around, whatever it is. You know what I mean? It's just a very different level of attention that you're willing to, or that you're able to give to it. And that has a big effect. And it also ends up having an effect, or is starting to have an effect on how you make movies. Like, for instance, Netflix, the standard way to make an action movie that we learned was, you usually have like 3 set pieces, one in the first act, one in the second, one in the third. And, they kind of ramp up, and the big one with all the explosions, and you spend most of your money on that one in the third act. That's your kind of finale. And now they're like, can we get a big one in the first 5 minutes to get somebody, we want people to stay tuned in and it wouldn't be terrible if you reiterated the plot 3 or 4 times in the dialogue. Wow. Because people are on their phones while they're watching, you know what I mean?
Oh, no.
And so then it's going to really start to infringe on how we're telling the story.
But then you look at Adolescence, it didn't do any of that.
It didn't do any of that.
And it's fucking great. You know what I mean? So I think it's dark, too. It's tragic and intense. It's like guy who finds out his kid's accused of murder, and it's like, and there's long shots in the back of their head. They get in the car, nobody says anything. I think there are those. Look, these I wish that were. That feels more like the exception. It's so masterfully made that it feels a little more like the exception. I hope it's not. My feeling is just that it demonstrates that you don't need to do any of that shit to get people. You know what I mean? Like, and I think yes, like look, hey, the town had the action thing in the beginning of the first 5 minutes because you know what I mean? Like, it's a common trick that you would go like, let me grab them and get them invested in them. It's like the movies that start with the hero hanging from the cliff, and now we're going to flash back to the beginning and tell you how they got there. I always feel like complaining about it makes me feel like one of these guys was like, when I was a boy, like you always want to freeze the culture at the time when you, I don't know, felt more like, we didn't used to have these phones. The fuck are all these phones? And everybody's looking at their phone. I get it. Yes, it's true. Also, it's like supply and demand. People want to look at their phone. They can look at TikTok. They want, they're going to do that. I think what you can do is make shit the best you can. Make it really good.
Okay, what are your thoughts, everyone? We can keep watching, but it's like 6 minutes, so I don't know. Maybe we got the gist of it.
Who wants to go first?
Don't fight over it. Don't worry. Everyone get the chance to talk. Bryan, you can go first.
All right. I feel like it's kind of true. I think like on Netflix, it's you're competing for so much attention with every other movie on there, but also just like they were saying, like people are on their phones. I feel like it's so easy, especially when you go watch something on your laptop or on your screen at home, to just grab your phone and then you get distracted. So I feel like you really have to, like, it's more apparent now. You have to, like, you got to be more interesting, not just as a film, but you got to be more interesting than TikTok now. Like, I don't know, just things that you didn't really consider before. So I think it holds true.
Which is tough. Like now, probably more difficult than ever to create a film now with so many like directions from upper management, like do this like this, do this like that, have this amount of like curse words, no, or this many black people in your screen or something. And then there's the part of like you have to be more engaging than a brain rot, skibidi toilet, memeable cryptocurrency video or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, like Julian, like you're a filmmaker, Bryan too, but Julian, what? What?
No, yeah, I think his take is totally valid because even I do sometimes just like pop on the phone every now and then if I'm getting bored or like I'm getting distracted watching a movie, and I think he's right about having to reiterate the plot a few times during the film, maybe subtly through dialogue or through just exposition, which could hurt all the screenplay and
Julian, if you want to turn off your camera so that people don't dox
you,
and so we don't dox you.
Oh, dox me? Oh, no, I should be chill. I should be chilling. I got I got a bazooka in my backpack, so.
No, I mean like,
but yeah,
so
like,
you don't know like where
you
are your whereabouts. Okay, whatever. Okay,
no,
Peter.
But,
oh, sorry,
yeah.
that you were funny. Yeah.
No, he said something about entertaining.
Yeah.
He said something about just really entertaining the audience, and I 100% think that's the priority whenever you make a film, because people just don't have the same attention spans as back then, and that's why shots and editing they're way quicker than they were back then, where they don't hold on to a shot as much before. It's more when they do that, that's more of like an artistic choice, I think, and honestly, I love it when they do that. It's just most viewers are used to the quick cuts because of TikTok, Instagram Reels, and nowadays movies do that. But entertainment first, 100%.
True, entertaining, the most important thing when you're making a movie. Peter, any final thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with his take on it. Whenever I'm at home, like, you know, just because I'm an actor doesn't mean I'm perfect. Like I'm on my phone all the time during a movie.
Peter is a Marine and he needs to be perfect.
Or a TV show, you know, like that's why I like going to the movies more, honestly, because it forces you to actually pay attention to something for an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours. I actually think that they should bring back, like for 3-hour movies, they should bring back like intermissions. I think that would be good because I go to a lot of improv shows, and if they're like above like a certain amount of time, there is an intermission. Why don't we do that for theaters? Because they used to do that all the time. And I think especially with this generation.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, what?
I was going to mention The Brutalist actually did that with the intermission.
I heard about that. I thought that was I haven't seen The Brutalist, but I heard that was something they did for the movie.
Yeah, like 3 hours and 50 minutes.
Yeah, well, that, I mean, you kind of have to.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish Avatar had a little intermission.
Yeah, I feel like they should bring him back because I think, especially with this generation, like they kind of need a break. You know, myself included. I feel like every movie that like is Oscar bait like tries to make it just as long as they possibly can sometimes, and sometimes I don't think it's like it's even necessary. Like if the director's not known for making a super long movie like Scorsese or, you know, like Quentin Tarantino, like you don't have to make a 3-hour movie, you know?
Yeah, we were talking about this with my mom because we went to watch Avatar, the both of us, the Fire and Ash, and my mom was like, it didn't need to be 3 hours and more and plus. Like what is the point of making movies so long though?
Like there's movies where it's like it's 3 hours. Like I saw Kill Bill They re-released it in theaters. I saw that for the first time, and it didn't feel. I think it was like 4 hours or something long, but it didn't feel like 4. Like it felt. But there was something going on constantly. Like it was like constant action, and same with like Scarface, which is another one of my favorite movies. That's 3 hours long, but doesn't feel like a 3 hour movie. So I feel like if it's long, there has to be
like
something going on.
Yeah, I agree. Interesting.
You guys are into those 4-hour 1940s Russian films?
I have not seen them.
I've never heard of them.
It's very niche. It's,
my mom watches Turkish soap operas.
Oh, Turkish, really?
Okay.
Which are like really intense according to her. But that's the further east that I've gone in movies.
I think I haven't seen any Turkish films, but yeah, I can't say much about them.
Yeah, me neither.
You're fine.